Welcome back, y'all. We didn't go anywhere. Today we're going to do a little maintenance run, check on a few things, clean up the bus. Also, we possibly had a little rodent problem. We'll see if we got that fixed, see if there's any more signs of that, and just take the bus for a little drive today. So let's get after it. This may be one of those videos that's for more of the bus nuts around here, but we're actually going to clean up in this bay a little bit. Just kind of the dirt and grime is just getting the better of me. But right now we actually have the battery charging. See a little light on there. That is a battery charger, 24-volt battery charger. Josh, if you want to open that door right there. And it plugs in right here. We've got that going. So we're going to do that, let that charge a little bit. While we're charging that, we're actually going to clean up that bay. So let's get after that. So in these electrical bays, I like to use just contact cleaner and just wipe kind of things down and keep the dust and grime out of there as best I can. Had a wire that was just a little too close to that manifold right there, so I wanted to kind of pull that back just a little bit. So took a little zip tie and pulled it back. So something real handy is this PEX tool. You can actually use that to get some of your air fittings, these little press-on fittings, out. Just makes it a little easier than trying to use a pair of pliers. So just trimming that back. I'm gonna have to probably buy a new fitting actually, but trying to clean up a little bit more in this cargo bay, this electrical bay that is. All right, before we start pressure washing, we're going to get in here and see if we have any more friends visited. So basically what happened last time we went camping, I found this, and I was instantly very upset because we had a rat in our camper one time and it was not good. But I saw this, and then there was one wire spray, and luckily it didn't go to anything anyway. So really grateful, blessed, and dodged a bullet on that. But I've been setting out poison and a mouse trap, as you see right there. Well, come in out here a couple days ago and saw that a little bit of, that more buzz, just kind of wondering what's up with that. Like, no fresh droppings; those are all still the same old ones. Well, all that poison was gone. And then the poison on the inside was gone. So I don't really know what's going on. I put out some traps last night. As much poison as that, whatever it was, ate, that dude should be gone, like to the grave. So we'll see. Got some more poison out. I'm going to clean all this up today, and then we'll pressure wash and get on the road. We fast forwarded this video a little bit on the pressure washing just because anybody want to watch the 15 minutes of pressure washing a bus. But don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps us out. It keeps us motivated. And if you're bored, that's fine. If you're like me, like I normally would do, I'd scroll through past this, and that's fine. I put some chapters in here. But you definitely want to catch the end of this video because the findings as to the little mouse situation, Yeah, a little disheartening. But yeah. All right, we're gonna go ahead and check all of the fluids. Maybe not the transmission. So that's good on the power steering. That is the power steering reservoir. Uh, go. Just double check oil. All right, where I left it. So there you go. We're going real quick, make sure. Boom, good to go. On that, I've had a little squeaking. I want to make sure that this miter box is full. Now this does take some funky fluid, so I actually had to get on Amazon to find that stuff because that stuff is not readily available. Let's go ahead and check the transmission fluid while we're here. Might as well. It's the longest dipstick known to man. All right, we are way over. Never understood that, other than the fact that it's cold and supposed to check it when it's hot. And I have another way of checking it. I may check it later by the. Supposedly you can use the keypad, transmission shift pad. So, all right, we got our fluids checked, and let's put some air on these belts and crank this bus up. Had the bus man crank the bus up, and something very odd. When you turn the master switch on, there was a lovely beeping sound. And unfortunate curiosity, there it is. Yeah, that's new. Well, today's driving video may be a little short. We're going to do the maintenance run, but I've got a beeping going on right now, and I have no dash alarms. I have nothing as far as indicators or nothing like that. The only thing I see that's a little wonky is maybe the alternators putting out quite a bit of juice. That's a little odd. Other than that, my air pressure, oil pressure, everything's fine. So we're just gonna ease it around the block and see. Put it out there on the Facebook forum. Pre-post owners group's really good about getting back to you and stuff like that. So we're going to see if they have anything that they recommend or notice, or maybe check this. We'll kind of get into that and see what's up. So other than that, we're just going to take it around the block and kind of see what's going on. I don't know what the heck this could be, to be honest with you. But I don't want to get too far from the house if it is something that's an actual problem. So kind of stinks because I wanted to stretch her legs out a little bit. These buses just need to be ran. Like I said, there are no indicator lights on to make me concerned, but I also, you don't know what you don't know sometimes. I don't know what I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this thing. I don't know why it's beeping at me. Um, and I don't know if you can even hear it. It's just so faint. And interesting enough, it's when I turn the master switch on. So I turn the master switch on. Actually, Joshua turned the master switch on, and there's the beeping. So I don't really know, don't know what's going on with that. I need to kind of figure that out. So this may be a part two. Either that or it goes away. I mean, there is that idea too. I mean, it could just um, disappear on me, which would be great. Nerve wracking, but great. So, well, y'all, that kind of stunk. Um, I've got some weird beeping. People mentioned level low. We don't have a level low because it's not a converted coach with leveling system. Um, Tried the kneeling. Maybe that was the weird beeping. I have to do a little further investigation. Hopefully, the little rodent problem didn't sever some weird wire. But I mean, everything runs as it should. Everything's been great. So we'll plunder around. This may be a little bit of a to be continued. So, well, I guess the only thing to do, a little bit of a disappointing video. I was kind of hoping to get to more drive time than that. I'm gonna pull this dash apart. I'm gonna make sure there's nothing fishy behind the dash. I know y'all all wanted to see what was behind this dash. So y'all come on up here. There you go. Make sure we don't have any friends that made any mess back there. I don't think so, but man, I don't know what's going on. Looks booger. Yep. Yep. Y'all, don't know what it is. I think I found an issue. Some little mouse has been back here eating wires behind my dash, y'all. Bus is running great. Everything's made for love, but I done found a little spot or two. So let me show y'all what I found. All right, this is the back of the dash controls and all that. Most everything looks okay, but look at that guy right there. Got something a little chewed right there. Really the only thing I found, that in some of my labels, which is really frustrating. Because every one of these wires are labeled. So super handy when you're tracing stuff. You got a manual, you can figure out what wire, but we're gonna have to go through and make sure that we don't see anything else that's chewed up that we need to repair. So ultimately, that stinks. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to go through this manual, see if we can't find anything. If not, we're going to jump onto the website. Previous website is super helpful. You can get on there and find all your information, wiring diagrams, so on and so forth. We're going to investigate and get back with you guys, because it's going to, hopefully this won't be too painful, but got to find the wire. All right, guys. Thank y'all so much for watching. We're going to make this a to be continued, because don't know really what the problem is yet. Bus is running great. However, the beeping is not, couldn't do a trip with that. Couldn't go across town hardly. We were thinking about taking the bus to the soccer game tonight, but not going to work out. All good. Hit that like and subscribe button. Definitely subscribe, because there will be a to be continued once we figure out what exactly this mouse did. Thank y'all so much for watching. Bless y'all.